Hey guys, so today I'm going to introduce a novel called Never Let Me Go. The author is Kazuo Ishiguro, which is a British author. He has won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2017, and also he's the most celebrated fiction author in the English-speaking world. So in this novel, there are three main characters, Kathy H., Tommy D., and Ruth. All of them are students in Houghton. So what is Houghton? Houghton is a school located in a remote area, which is hardy to get inside. And there are three basic reasons why Houghton is special. Firstly, every student in Houghton has to wear an electronic bracelet on the wrist and then scan it whether they go outside or inside the house. That means their whereabouts is being controlled. Also, they cannot go outside the fence, which is the border of the school. There are also tons of rumors about if you go outside the borders, you will be hanged on trees, you will be killed with all your limbs and something like that, and horrible things will happen if you go outside the borders. Second, every student in Houghton has to undergo medical examination every week. So it's their obligation to keep themselves healthy. The nurses and the doctors, if they saw there's a bruise on your face, they will be panicking like, why? What have you done? Have you do anything wrong? So they have to pay attention to their own health. And also, smoking is strictly forbidden, almost like a crime. But sex is allowed. Let you think about why. Okay. Third one is like every outsider who visit Houghton, they seems like they ignored or they are afraid of the students there. So for now, maybe you know the reason why the school Houghton is quite different. Yes, it's the school for clones. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, it's like all the students in Houghton are clones. They are created just to donate their vital organs when they grow up. That is quite sad. So I think this novel is quite connected to our times because we are born in 20th and 21st century, and it is a time for developing of cloning technology. For example, the very first cloning creature was created in 1966, the dolly sheep, and also the very recent one in 2018, the very first clone monkeys was created in China. So there are a lot of words that is created under the cloning context. For example, the pharaoh, completed, the donor, or the carer. There are also the special words only exist in Never Let Me Go. However, this novel is not only about cloning, there are more than that. So firstly, let us read one of the quotes from the novel. So the main character, Tommy, is being teased by the peers because his lack of creativity, he's not good at drawing, also he has a very ill temper. So people like to tease him and watch his reaction. And so the quote goes like here, then there are rumors almost every day of pranks that have been played on him. I thought sooner or later someone would start saying it had gone too far, but it just kept on and no one said anything. So, do you think this situation sounds familiar? Have you ever witnessed the bullying situation in your school days? This novel foreshadows one of the major things in the novel. The author portrays the world that all the individuals assume that maybe someone else will take action for morality, but actually not. So under this kind of system, the clones are born in a position like no people from the outside they dare to touch it or they don't even care about it. Because for them, those clones are just like bare lives, which is served and works just as a function, as a tool that makes your life go smoother, more convenient, and more efficient. So just think about the beef in the double cheese Big Mac, the chicken in the dorako donburi, or the fish in the fish. It's like all these cows, chicken, and pigs are fed by humans just to satisfy our need, but not for their future possibilities and potentialities. Although there's still some example that one may fight against their own fate, like in the movie My Sister's Keeper. It's like the sister was only born to sacrifice herself for her elder sister when it's needed. But under the context, under the background of Never Let Me Go, it's totally different situation. It's like most of the time the vested interest holder try to maintain the system, but those who sacrifice has no voice and no power to compete with the system. So for now, maybe you want to ask, why don't they run away? Why don't they just get out of the system and escape? But before answering this question, I would like to refer to the very last page of the novel. The fantasy never got beyond that. I didn't let it. I just waited a bit, then turned back to the car and drive off to wherever it was I was supposed to be. So judging from this word, we can assume that maybe Kathy don't know the option about escaping is due to the brainwash system of the education, or they just don't dare to think about it, or they do think about it, they just don't know how to start it. I think that this sometimes reflects to our own reality. It's like, have you ever think about escaping when you're in school time, when you don't like studying? Or you don't like your job that much, but you still spend your youth, your precious time on it, although you don't think that is right, but you still do it. Sometimes we just don't know how and what to do when we face those big changes. So maybe all of us are like Kathy H, but just our lifespan is longer than the students in Haotian. Maybe we can live up to 90s, 100 years old, but there's still an end. It's like we will still be completed no matter what. So what we have to do is like we have to deal with the problems, ups and downs in our lives. It's like the inevitable loss of our beloved one, or just merely the fact that we are mortal. So that's all for today's sharing. I really recommend you to read the novel Never Let Me Go, and also they have the movie out at 2010, which is also really good, but novel contains more detail, obviously. But if you like, please check out the novel, and we'll see you next time. Bye!